Hello, Happy New Year to you all. Today I'm participating in the Traci Reed YouTube hop for the new release Hygge season, and there's a list of all the participants below. As you'll see, I'm going to be using this album that I've made to create a reading journal this year, and I want to do a monthly spread in the journal. But what you're going to see me create today is the cover for my journal and the introductory page. So I'm just showing you what bits and pieces I've got here. I've got one of the 3x4 cards, a couple of sheets of the pattern paper. I've picked some letters and some sequins out of my stash. And then I've picked a few of the embellishments I want to use to create the introductory page. And these are some extra embellishments which I may use, I may not use, but I've sorted them into two little different trays. So here we go, making my front cover. I want to make it fairly simple. I love this bear which says snuggled up with a good book, and decided I'd make it into a shaker pocket. So cut down a 3x4 page protector from a 6x8 one, and then just made sure that I cut it so that the three edges were fused. As you'll see, I'll fill it up with sequins, fill up with too many sequins, so take some out. And then I took it across to my sewing machine and stitched along the top, including stitching through the card, because that's the way my sewing machine likes it best. I then used some red line tape and a little bit of glue just to make sure that the red line tape didn't come loose. Used some of my Nuvo glue here, and then just attach that to the front cover of my little album that I made. And there we go. So there is my album that I want to use for this year. And the idea is I'm going to do a spread each month using each collection from Traci through the year, like I did my walking challenge book, using the collections. That's what I want to use this year for this album. I do a lot of reading. I haven't quite decided what I'm actually going to record each month. So this page here is just going to be the first page that you see when you open the album, and it's just going to be a cosy page with books and the bear, because I love that bear, the basket with the blanket in and piles of books and things, just as an introductory page for this album. And I'm going to put the year in that circle in the middle. I'm actually waiting for a stamp set to arrive to use for the January spread. So what I will probably do as soon as that stamp set arrives is I shall do the January setup, and I will record that and pop that up here as well. So as you can see, I'm making a circle around the circle, and grabbed these stickers which were out of my stash to do 2024, very carefully peeling them off, and they had absolutely no sticky left on them at all. They're fairly new stickers, but all the stickers stayed on the transfer sheet, so I actually had to use glue to glue them down, and then just used a mix of glue and my tape runner to stick down these embellishments, as I say, in a circle around the date. I've been inspired to do this by people like Mrs. Scrap and Plan, who do their reading journals in quite a lot of detail. I don't think I'm going to be going into that much detail. I won't be doing reviews. I'll probably just list the books that I've read, perhaps list the number of pages and whether it's been, how many physical books, e-books and audio books I've read each month, because I think it'd be interesting to look back on that. I may take a selfie to put in there of me doing reading. I may just take a picture of the pile of books, or if I go to the library, I may take a photograph in the library. I'm undecided yet what I'm going to do, but I will include a photograph as well, because I'm a scrapbooker first off and foremost, rather than a journaler like this. So it's got to end up more like a scrapbook page than the traditional type of reading journal, I think. My daughter volunteers in one of our local libraries, and I'm forever putting holds on books, and she brings them home for me. In fact, she's picking one up for me tomorrow afternoon, and I don't even know which one it is. And I've got a couple of books that I was given for Christmas. I'm working my way through those at the moment. One of them is called Marple, and it's 12 new stories about Miss Marple by 12 authors to celebrate Miss Marple's birthday, and I'm really enjoying that. There are some really, really good fun reads in there. And then the other one is by Lucy Worsley, and it's about Agatha Christie, and I'm looking forward to reading that. My daughter also bought me Fourth Wing, which I have read, but I borrowed that from the library and I wanted my own copy. because I've got the sequel as well. So I've got both of them on my shelf now because they're just such pretty books. I couldn't not get them. I've been quite pleased with my Goodreads challenge for 2023. I read, I think it was 111 books in total, which I was super chuffed with. It was more than I was intending to read, but I did read, I think, 9 books over Christmas, including 3 audiobooks, which were free audiobooks, actually. It was, just checked, it was 126 books I read last year. Yeah, I've read quite a lot of audiobooks, and I liked going on to Audible and seeing what free ones are available. And I got into these ones by Stephanie Lawrence, Lady Osbaldiston's Christmas stories, and I read the first 3, or I listened to the first 3, and they were very good listens, set round about the time of I'm going to have to pause this while I think of the name. What I was trying to think of was Bridgerton. Yes, so it's set around the similar time as Bridgerton, and they're just such easy listens. I can highly recommend them. I listened to 3 over the Christmas period, as well as reading, I think, 9 books as well. So I had a good Christmas, but then I was called in for jury service and spent a lot of time waiting to be called and sitting in the jury room, not doing anything apart from reading. I was anyway put onto a case and I was on there for 3 days, then discharged as the new evidence came to light and they had to drop the trial. And then I spent the next 7 days getting emails saying, you're not needed the next day, you're not needed the next day. So that was fun. Anyway, back to the layout. As you can see, originally I was just going to add about half a dozen embellishments, and then as I was sticking them down, I decided that I really wanted to fill that circle up and make it like a wreath around the 24. I've done a few sort of circular type layouts recently. I'm really enjoying that style. So chose some more of the embellishments from that other tub where I'd put extra ones that I'd put. And I'm now layering them up, a few extra books, some of the mugs, just sort of having a bit of fun really and making it look pretty. Here we are cutting off the edges, and then I make a big mistake. I turn it over and punch the holes, and I've double punched them, and so they don't look brilliant, but never mind, what's done is done. When I put another sheet on the back of that, I may be able to rectify that. So I then decided I just wanted to bling it up a little bit, so I grabbed the sequins left over from making the pocket on the front of the album, and I'm just dotting those around, not in any particular way, just making sure that they are evenly spaced around the page, just to give it a bit of bling and just to make it a bit more shiny. These are sequins that I've had in my stash for quite a while. I'm hoping that they will stay on with the glue because they're not going to be in a page protector. This whole album's going to be outside the page protector. So there we are. This is my introductory page done. I may do another introductory page on the other side to explain why I'm doing this. So there we are, having a closer look at the page with those sequins on. I love that paper with the little sort of diamonds on, and then trying it into the album. There we are. It looks very nice in there. Quite happy with that. So here I'm just explaining that I'm going to be doing some more introductory pages there, and that I'm just waiting for the stamps. So thank you for watching today. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have. And if you don't subscribe already, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. You'll find a list to all the participants in the hop in the description box below and on Traci's blog. Bye for now.